Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
What's going on, guys? This is Scott.
And this is Zach
from Dad Talks once again. So we were kind of stoked about this. We've been talking about it all week. We've got the guys from Raw Minds back. One of them's a real life flat earth believer. Believe it or not. You got it out right that time.
Yeah, you did.
Fucking right. So Erick from Raw Minds was talking to us about flat earth, and everybody's been talking about that shit recently. So we wanted to get together, get real high, and talk about it. So without any further ado, we're going to bring the boys out.
Yes, we are.
What up?
What's going on, guys?
Take
two.
Good on.
This is going to be a shit show. I can already tell. I'm so excited.
I know. That's what I was saying.
But I was like, where's the countdown? Where's the countdown?
Exactly. That's what I said. The fucker did it the last time you guys were here, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think we did.
That's
I
funny.
think
I told you. I thought it was with them.
Fuck. See?
It's them pre-show talks where we get a little excited and then...
Excited
yeah.
is the word. I think we got too roasted. Don't be fucking lying.
Good.
So,
Hell yeah.
as we were saying before, Erick, you really believe in that flat earth shit?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do, man.
Okay, why? Let's get right into it.
I went down the fucking rabbit hole, man. You know, I was like, before I was like, fuck that shit, man. That shit's crazy. You're nuts. You know, I don't believe in that shit. And then my buddy's like, you should just like look into it. Like, just check it out. Watch this documentary. And I watched this documentary and it fucking really opened my eyes, man. And then I started going down that fucking dark tunnel and started learning a bunch of shit. And I was like, this may be a possibility, man.
So I really wanted to watch that documentary, but you never sent it to me.
I
So
know,
I'm
man. I
still
couldn't find it,
skeptical and
brother.
on the edge.
I couldn't find it.
I spent the last 4.5 nights falling asleep to flat earth shit, so I'm sure it got ingrained into me fucking
That's awesome.
hypnotically.
Before we start, boys, where is everybody at on this? Is like anybody like the fucking Earth is a ball, or are we the Earth is flat, or are we?
Technically,
the
it's
Earth-
like an egg.
Yeah,
They
like
say.
what? Where's everybody on this thing? Are they like fuck? No, it's not flat, or it's round, but it could be flat. Like where are we?
So what we're taught in school is that it's an oblate spheroid, right? Just to be technical.
That's awesome.
But I don't know. See, I'm half and half. Because the only thing that fucking caught me were the emergency landings. There's a book out there. I think it's called 16 Emergency Landings. I forget who fucking writes it, but I just was reading about it the other day. And some of them make sense the way it fucking bounce out. I don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure one of them was a flight from Taiwan to Los Angeles, right? So you fly from A to B on the fucking map if you look at it on a globe. And then they had to stop like right here. And they would have to go 100 miles this way to go to Hawaii or fucking 900 miles this way to go to Alaska for an emergency landing. And they went to Alaska, 900 miles out of the way. But if you look at it on the flat earth map, the way that the flight path lands out from Taiwan to Los Angeles, we're going to find the flat earth map and put it up, and I'll show you this fucking thing in the video, like when we
I know what
release
you're
this.
talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it lands perfectly on Alaska. So I was like, ooh, this might be it, guys. But
Yeah.
that's such a giant lie that the world would have to propagate, that so many people would have to propagate. Like everybody with a pilot's license, every president, everybody that was a fucking topography, or what's a mapography? Cartography.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody would have to be lying about that shit. And the
What
chances
if
of that
you're
are
just fooled,
slim,
though,
right?
from the beginning?
Yeah,
you
but
know?
everybody would have to still lie about it because everybody's still saying like, oh no, this is a globe earth, globe earth.
But it's what
So
you're
why-
taught at a young age. You know, it's programming.
No, I understand that too, but why would they lie about it for such a long time?
I don't know,
What's
man.
the purpose?
I think that there's maybe other higher beings or whatever you want to call them beyond the ice walls, bro. 100%.
That's what I was saying to Zachary before.
We had this
we were
conversation
outside.
earlier.
I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
maybe maybe it's the fucking aliens coming over here to fucking zip, zip, zip to see if we're still all fucking dumb. And then they're like,
Well,
oh,
if you think
yep.
about it, it's UFOs, or how does it say? Fuck, it was in the fucking document. It's got to come to me and then I'll let you know. But it's like extraterrestrial terrain is land.
Yep.
So not space. Extraterrestrial means like terrain. So farther out, you know what I mean?
I like it. As long as you don't come spewing me that fucking flat water, flat guy.
He showed me that, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, the fucking flat Earth's main spokesperson is that guy that's like plain height, flat water, flat line, flat Earth. It makes sense. And I'm like, what the fuck did this guy just rap having?
There's that one UFC fighter who's big into that shit, Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah,
He's been going around, and he was talking about I can explain it, but I don't know what it's called. Where like if you took a helicopter, went straight up in the air and sat there for like 12 hours and then went straight back down, you would, if the earth was round, you would land in a different position. But since it's flat, nothing's fucking moving. You just go up and you come back down. It doesn't matter the amount of time that you're in the air. But if it was a globe, the globe would have to rotate, so you would have to land somewhere different.
But then how would the sun go around and be?
So if you're a flat earther, you believe that the sun just moves in the sky around this fucking little
Just
disc.
goes at
But first off, I want to retort. Bryce Mitchell was also the guy that said he would take Hitler fishing, if I'm not mistaken. I want to throw that out there.
He's in a lot of like controversy right now with the UFC, just for him like spewing not just his beliefs, but like dumb shit. Yeah.
He's funny as fuck. He is. He's the one that fucking was petitioning for the camo shorts for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I want my fucking camo shorts at the end of every fight until they gave him camo shorts.
And then he got knocked out, didn't he?
I don't know because I haven't followed his fight so much. That'd be an Allen question. He was excited to talk about him. I'm really not for certain, but the kid was fucking dumb, but funny.
I think the problem with some of these theories is like we neglect to understand how big the fucking world is. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I'm getting on a plane next Saturday and flying 5,000 kilometers. I know you guys are in miles. I don't know what that is. It's probably like 2,500 or something, or just under.
Yep.
But to go see Erick, that's 5 hours, you know, and that's to stay in the same fucking country. It a big country, that's still like, so when you're talking about a helicopter flying straight up in the air and landing, the problem is, in my opinion, is you're still in the same fucking gravitational force. And it's like if you're in a car and you turn a corner really quick, well, you don't go flying out of the car, like you stay in the same spot. But when you're talking about a helicopter versus a fucking planet, you're not talking about microscopic, you're talking about nanoscopic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So a lot of these theories are based on like a human's perception or like the reality of what we can see and feel. And what you're talking about is so much fucking bigger than that, like way bigger than that. Like I know, Erick, when we brought it up on the last episode that we were on here, you had said the thing about the math or whatever it was, like the guy set up a straight line and went out and it was only off by like a little bit. But like for it to be off like a fraction, like you have to be so far, like so fucking far away. And I feel like there was a video where a guy actually tried to prove this and he actually disproved himself. He's like, yeah, it should be 0. And when they went the distance that they went, he couldn't fucking see the thing at all. But again, like if I look out from my fucking window, like take away all the trees and stuff, like it's such a small area that I can see the hills and everything. So my perception based off of a fucking planet is so goddamn small, you're never actually going to be able to tell the difference. There's going to be fucking hills. Price, the elevation probably from me to you guys over in New York is probably thousands of feet in difference. And that's not even including the fucking planet being round. That's just flat.
Well,
That's
here,
like the,
so
he's
NASA states that the Earth's circumference is like 25,000 miles, meaning there should be a visible curve of every 8 inches per mile. Yet no
8
matter
inches
how high
down
you
per
go, there
mile.
is no curve. Yeah, there is no
Okay.
curve though.
Dude, 8 inches is crazy, even over a mile though.
over a mile,
but
you'd be able to see it for sure. But
Yeah,
that's
but
like that
but
guy
the
that
Earth, the circumference they say is 25,000 miles. So
at the equator.
if that's the truth, yeah, like that's like the where like when it starts dipping,
Yep.
where you would see it, which means that it's 8 inches per mile square.
Are we
And
literally Googling shit as we talk? Is that what
no,
we're doing?
I already have my notes, man.
I took notes too, man. Yeah. That sounds like that guy that took the picture at Pic Gaspar, right? And he was in Italy and he was looking at the mountain range that was like 443 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And you weren't supposed to be able to see it. But if you look
Yeah.
at the notes and shit, he had to wait for the perfect atmospheric conditions so that he could take the picture, because the mountain picture was actually refracted off of the lake and the atmosphere. Like there's some kind of shit in the atmosphere that if there's high concentrations of it, it'll reflect light more. So along with the sea and the light, it refracted the picture of the mountains to look like it was a mountain, but it was so high up that it wasn't the mountain, because it even matched with the mountain range in behind it and in front of it, fucking hundreds of miles. So they say that you're not supposed to be able to see it, but you do kind of see it. It's like the lady talking about the boat fly or going away in the distance and being able to pick it back up on her whatever camera that can fucking see it 1,000
like
times
some
away.
crazy. Yeah.
But that's also the same thing. It's being reflected over the water, and you're only seeing the refraction of the light and stuff. So I don't know. The only thing that really got me on the flat Earth was the emergency landing shit. Honestly.
Well,
That's the
here
only
I got
thing that was-
notes on that too, man.
All right, hit me.
This guy
I
came
do, man.
prepared. Holy
I did,
fuck.
bro. Many flight paths, such as Australia to South Africa, take strange layovers that only make sense if flat Earth is not a globe.
What do you think?
So I want to bring up the flat Earth map.
Are you pulling up the flat Earth map? Yeah, let's go, young Dylan. We got our own fucking producer now. I told you guys we're getting real technical and real what would you say, Zach? Professional even? It's almost
trying
there.
to be.
Trying.
You guys
Well,
are
we
armed to the teeth over there now.
Yeah, he's got a whole fucking team.
We had 2 camera angles here earlier. We can't show the guests now, but we had to shut it down. Next time we'll have that perfected. 16 camera angles of the boys while we sit here, fucking get high and talk about flat Earth, dumb shit.
How about this? While you guys are doing that, I'll say another thing.
There you
If
go.
the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, but also 400 times closer, mainstream science states that it's incredible.
Ooh, now you're getting. What do you think about the moon landing, Eric? Do you think that somebody's
Fake, man.
landed on? Really?
Yeah, dude.
What about you, Anthony?
I think we've been there now. I don't know how I feel. I've watched some of that stuff and I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to perceive that shit.
I don't even think we've been to space, man, really. Like, yes, up into the atmosphere, but I don't think we've been to space. I think there's a firmament that's over top. And that's when you see rocket ships shoot up in the air. It looks like it starts skipping on water.
So you don't think we've breached the firmament?
I don't think so. No. I forget what year. I can even look it up. But there was some year where they shot a whole bunch of missiles up in the sky to try to break it. And it was called Operation Fishbowl.
Really? And which country was that did that?
The
Look
States.
up Operation Fishbowl.
The States. Now that's the flat Earth map right there, Dylan?
It's one of them.
Okay. So now zoom in from like Taiwan to, we'll put this up on the screen for the viewers too after. Taiwan.
I want to be about
Okay.
here. Here's where LA would be.
And then where's Alaska? See, it makes perfect sense. See, that's where they get me. Why the fuck would they land?
Yeah.
So why the fuck would they land in Alaska? Is
What
what I'm
about-
saying.
Australia to South Africa.
So let's zoom in on that and we'll redline that for the viewers after.
That's why they have layovers.
Man, the
Gosh.
government's going to fucking seize my computer by the end of this episode. They're going to be here tomorrow, all of us.
They're going to find bunches of weird porn on Zachary's and show
Right.
videos of the boys talking.
It's because this was my stepbrother's computer before.
There you go. Good alibi, my man. Tell 'em.
Just this. It's always the other guy.
Yeah. They find all that midget porn on here. We're done.
Yeah. Filipino midgets missing digits.
You're admitting everything.
Missing digits too?
Yeah.
They call that stumpy.
Operation Fishbowl.
Yeah.
All
Nugget
right.
porn.
Oh, fuck. I knew somebody was going to say something weird like that. Zachary hasn't watched that in years.
Yeah.
Did you pull up Operation Fishbowl? Was a series of high-altitude nuclear tests in 1962 that were carried out by the United States as part of the large Operation Domestic Nuclear Test Program. Okay, so scroll down here. Let's see if it has it. Operation Fishbowl, high-altitude nuclear. No. Do that, and then Flat Earth, too. Like, Operation Fishbowl, Flat Earth. We're going to give you a class on Googling today. We might have to get a new producer in here. She definitely texts better. Operation
That's a big
Fishbowl.
keyboard in there.
Yeah, it is too. Is that? Is there anything up there?
It's a whole bunch of big words.
Yeah, nothing. Operation Fishbowl.
You want me to
Flat
find
Earth?
it, man?
No. Yeah, go
Here.
ahead.
Okay, let me see it.
I don't know. I don't think that. Now, I think that we would have known about a fucking nuclear test like that.
You
When-
would
I
think?
never. I don't think it was
When was
nuclear.
it? Go back.
That's what this is.
1962.
Oh,
You
yeah.
found it?
Fishbowl
definitely.
was 1962.
There you go.
Yeah. See, now that sounds kind of suspect to me.
Yeah.
And they found out about, but that is what the Bible goes by, is the firmament shit. There you go.
Yeah, as above and below.
Well, no,
Mhm.
there's actually a specific thing in the Bible that says that the world is a flat disc covered by a firmament sitting below. I don't remember. Don't quote me. I haven't
That's
read
what
the
they
Bible
say.
in a long
That
time.
above
Yes.
was like the
Yeah. But then they thought that also goes back to like some ancient yogi shit where it's in the subconscious as well as on the outside, like that manifest shit. It depends on how you get into it. Like I got into that real hard because I listened to some Alan Waite shit one time when I was on mushrooms.
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
it went
yeah.
real deep. You know who Alan Waite
Yeah.
is?
No.
You never heard of him?
No.
He's like a hippie from what was he? The 70s, early 70s and shit?
I think yeah. He's fucking the man, dude. The one that dreams or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's my favorite from him, man.
Well, he was a yogi, he was a
Huh?
priest, and then a scholar for like 15 years. And I think he was a psychologist too, don't quote me, or was he just one of those weird spiritual yogis?
Probably a bit of both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he did a lot of like deep mind dive shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you get real fucked up one time and listen to that, walk around in the woods at night,
Yeah.
then you start seeing fucking yogis come out of the mist. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly when the fucking owl swoops down in front of you
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, Jesus.
And then you wake up naked hugging a fucking log.
Yeah. How did I get out here? Where the fuck am I? That's only happened twice in my life, so we don't talk
Yeah.
about that very often.
That's awesome. So, I got some other shit if you want to hear.
Yeah, let's hear it, man.
I will say that why does water always find its level? It's true though. How?
There he is.
I know.
There's
Yeah.
the flat water.
But, I
flat
mean, you
plain.
think of it. I think we're spinning like 16,000 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. And then like we're spinning this way, plus we're spinning this way. I think we're spinning even like with the universe going. If we're spinning that fast, man, how the fuck is the water just fucking still? You know what I mean?
the atmosphere, right?
I don't
It's
know,
like
man.
if fucking
gravitational
gravity
pull.
spin.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you put your cup in
I
your
don't
cup
believe in
holder in your
gravity
car,
either.
and
What?
I don't believe in gravity. I think it's all magnetic.
What do you mean magnetic?
magnetic.
Like my shoes are
Yeah, it's-
magnetic?
I can't really explain it too much, but like how this guy explained it, I wish I could explain it, man. But like he switched me over. I think it's something with
gravity.
magnetic. I don't believe in it, man.
Google that. Let's see it. No gravity.
There's a whole thing. I gotta find this documentary for you, man.
He says, what if gravity doesn't exist?
I think. Let me see.
Because now,
So,
go ahead.
if gravity's not real, like how do we fly like hot air balloons? Because that's just done by temperature. You
I
know,
don't
because hot
know.
air rises, cold air settles. So how
But
if
gravity is just a theory. You can't really mimic it. It's always been a theory.
I've heard this too a couple times from the flat earthers, how they don't believe in gravity. You ain't said very much about this, so
he's just fucking taking
caught
it
up.
in.
taking it in.
Caught up here, man. Deep in.
I'm
I've never
I'm
gone this
Googling
deep
it.
into flat Earth.
No, and that I gave him 2 gummies before the show to see how it hits. And it hit good, I guess. So Google, what if fucking gravity didn't exist? But now their big thing was magnets too, right? But they explained it more like everything has a magnetic force and it's all pulled down through some big fucking magnetic force on the bottom of the disc, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but there is like a magnetic plate down there.
If gravity
The
didn't
true thing.
exist, the universe, including Earth, would be drastically altered. Everything from the atmosphere to the oceans to humans and structures would become weightless and potentially float away into space. Yeah, that's not
See,
really
but that's
helping us,
not
Dylan.
that's not
Back
really. Yeah,
Google
that's
for it.
not. You're fired.
Yeah, put flat Earth on the end of that. What's the matter with you? That's what we're talking about.
Oh shit! What?
I didn't think I need to, Dylan. We got to bring you on just so we can fucking yell at you every night.
Was flat and gravity wasn't real. What would happen?
I'm gonna try to find this.
You jump off flat Earth? I don't know. See, the flat Earth caught me, but I didn't look into it that deep. It just caught me at the fucking emergency landings. After
but
that, I
you
was like,
jump off-
"Bet."
If you jump off from flat Earth, so to speak,
Off the edge.
yeah, just like you say,
But there's not an edge. That's the other thing about flat Earth you got to know, because
that's infinite.
the fucking the Arctic
There's
is
life
just
beyond the walls, is what
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
say.
Why do you think they had
So
that
then the
fucking book?
measurement,
That's why they
Yeah,
did
man.
the Game of Thrones, buddy, and they made it so big so that people would scale the wall and go look on the other edge.
Yeah.
Well, half the time they're throwing shit right in your face all the time. It's just like they have to do it, but you don't see it,
Yeah, 100%.
you know? But they, like, by the rules or whatever the fuck it is that they abide by, they have to at least, like, produce it.
You got to put it out there, but you can't put it out there hard. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's all fucking, like, a cult shit, man, at the end of the day. I think there's even, like, fucking reptilians and all that other shit, all these other
I think so
you know?
too.
Yeah.
Speaking of cults, Eric, that brings it up. I just wanted to mention while you spoke about it. We've got a bunch of guests coming on pretty soon, and one of them was raised in a fucking cult. And I think you
Yeah,
guys
buddy.
turned us on to him. We're real excited to
Yeah.
talk to him.
What's
Oh,
his
he's
name?
great.
Is that one Laverne? It is
It is.
Laverne, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Laverne's great, man.
You
Yeah,
look at
we're
you.
gonna-
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have him. We're gonna have him back on ours too in a couple of weeks, actually.
He's
Yeah,
great.
he started a podcast to
once.
himself, right? So we want to support that and push that out there with him.
Yeah, he added us on Instagram tonight. I was pretty excited to look through a bunch of his content. I was like, I
Yeah.
noticed that mustache anywhere.
Yeah, buddy. That's awesome. So when's that happening?
This week, right? On Sunday? Then we're talking to Gallagher next Sunday.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
He's
Wait, are we not talking to Gallagher next Sunday?
oh shit.
Oh wait, then it's turned around.
Then it's the other way.
No. We're not talking to Gallagher till I'm back. So we're not
Yeah.
talking to him till
No.
second week April. So you guys
So-
are good.
The 23rd, we're talking to Gallagher, and the
Yeah.
30th, we're talking to Laverne.
Yeah,
And then we're
it's all
talking
the
to
other way around.
J.M. Wayne on the 6th, right?
James
Which we're-
six.
Pretty excited about too. J.M. Wayne's
Hell
like a TikTok rapper. I'd say he's a fucking
Yeah.
rapper now, right?
Yeah, he's got his stuff out on all platforms. He's got quite a few followers.
Yeah, we're pretty
Nice.
excited to talk about
Fuck
that.
yeah, man.
Yeah, we're stoked.
boys.
While fucking
Hell
Dylan's
yeah.
over here looking. What'd you get, Dylan? Anything good?
Oh my god, that flat earthers.
Flat earthers often explain gravity as a force that pulls everything towards the center of the earth rather than a force that pulls things towards the spherical planet.
People that think with the global Earth, they think it pulls towards a spot in space, not the center Earth.
Okay, so we're thinking,
They think it pulls towards the center Earth.
so they do believe in gravity or they don't?
They do.
So they do believe in
It's a
gravity.
different way.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
differently. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how I
not
feel
like,
about
okay,
that.
sorry, maybe I
That's another
worded
perspective.
it wrong.
Yeah, so we believe that gravity comes to the center, like it pulls
Yeah.
everything in. Flat earthers believe it pulls things down.
Okay. I guess. So
I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, but it's
Fuck
all
it.
magnetics.
Whatever you want.
There's magnetics to it, man.
Yeah, but
So-
how do you explain a hot air balloon then?
I don't know.
And what about satellites?
We're not talking about that right now.
Classic deflection. Classic deflection.
Yeah.
It is fucking terrible.
I didn't mean it. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's all good. I need to get a trim before I go out west.
Buddy, me too. I trimmed somebody convinced me to trim it right down, and I'm kind of upset about it.
Yeah, I don't make that mistake anymore. I've been going to the same girl for the last fucking 10 years. She's been trimming my beard. I don't touch it at all myself. The only thing I'll do is clean my cheeks up. That's it.
I go to the same lady. She's right up the road, and she's the nicest lady. She sit there and babble to me for fucking 45 minutes and trim my beard when it could be done in 10. But I love listening to her. She's fantastic.
Yep. Got to go with what you know.
Right.
Here's
Shoot.
another one for you.
Hit me.
We can talk about this. Long distance construction projects like the Suez Canal, or whatever. I probably botched that.
Suez.
100 Yeah, 100 miles long, are built on a level plane without considering Earth's curves.
Because as you're digging, you're only digging fucking 2.5 feet, so you don't notice the 8 inches over a mile. Do you notice 8 inches over a 500-yard pad? No, you got to have a laser level for that shit.
I don't know. We should look it up and check it out.
But okay, hold on. Now
know
we're
what
getting into
You know
we're
what?
getting into crazy territory now, though, because now we're talking about ancient technologies, and this is something that I do believe in. Like, we'll just go right for the fucking smoking gun, the pyramids.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
you know what I mean?
100%.
There's an ancient technology that's like present technology will never like achieve. Like, they can't explain how the fucking pyramids were made.
Fuck no.
It's the
Who are we
Anunnaki.
talking to? The
Yeah.
aliens.
It's
It
the
probably
fucking
was.
aliens, bro. I go with it every time. I picture the ancient alien guys
Yeah.
like this.
Who are we
There's
talking
no way
to?
they could cut that shit fucking so perfect, and build it so perfect. You can't even fucking put like a piece of your hair in between the cracks because it's so fucking tight.
And
Yeah,
the way
and stack that.
the way that structure is also in the Mayan temple and the same time period, and it's the same structure, and they have the same alignment and all that bullshit. That
Yeah,
talk
they
about
all
on History
point
Channel.
true north. Like,
Yep.
they
Yeah.
point true all directions. So
Yeah.
there was a technology that was lost somewhere between then and now that we'll never fucking understand. Who was it we were talking to? It was Steven.
Mm.
Remember Steven got into this about a fucking bridge?
Yeah.
That there's no way that, like, you couldn't even do it with a fucking crane. The biggest crane in the world, you couldn't even construct this bridge. And this bridge is like thousands of years old. Like, you couldn't get certain ropes to go to certain spots that they
There's
have.
no helicopter to bring it over. at
Yeah,
that
nothing.
time, nothing.
And there was another one that they were talking about how it was water cut, like they had a water stream, and they showed a rock that was halfway cut through with a little curl at the end, and that's how they could tell it was like a high pressure water. And then they also said like that technology that advanced in order to create a stream of water that would cut through rock like that is fucking 9,000 years ahead of what they had back then. So all that leads to aliens. If you don't think so, that's crazy talk. Either that or some Atlantis shit. But didn't they prove that Atlantis was really a place off the
I
coast?
thought they found it.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking too.
Yeah,
Didn't they?
pretty sure they did.
Dylan,
Google.
what about Atlantis found?
Dylan.
Yeah, you're definitely coming to hang out from now on.
He's got a full-time job now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. You can't get paid yet, but someday, I promise,
Just pay him in smiles.
we get lots of those. I don't think he appreciates that though, honestly. Poor Dylan's getting yelled at all day. If it ain't by us, it's about his old lady. Dylan lives downstairs, so all we hear is Dylan, crack, crack, crack. Every time he comes to hang out, it's funny as shit. It's terrible, but funny at the same time.
Holy fuck, my Google's already going sideways. As soon as I type in how, where, and then the first thing pops up, the pyramid built.
That's exact. They're listening to you now. I told Alex Jones, if you're out there, we believe you. Come on and talk to us.
Hell yeah.
What do you got? Proof the mythical city of Atlantis. Numerous theories and searches have led to some interesting discoveries, including a shrunken city. Did I say shrunken?
Yeah. Sunken. Sunken.
A sunken city off the coast of Greece. A lost continent off Australia. That's the one I heard of, was a lost continent off Australia. And even claims of finding Atlantis in Spain.
Though that remains unproven.
Yeah. I don't know. I heard the one off Australia. That sounded the best to me.
Yeah.
It's the fucking pyramids for me, boys. Like, what were they saying on Joe Rogan? To cut the required amount of blocks with our technology that they used would take like 3,000 years just to manufacture how they created them. And that's not including moving them at all. Like when I Google how the pyramids built, it says like Greece with like water and wet clay and ramps and stuff like that. But do you know how many fucking people you would have to fucking pull that shit off?
Yeah, but honestly, they had that many people back then, dude. There was slave labor out the asshole. And like they had a whole race of slaves. Like every Jewish person alive then was a
That is
slave.
true.
So think about how many hundreds of thousands of people they had to like push and pull on rocks. That's the only thing I gotta disagree with, is the amount of people. But the amount of people you would have had to put on a rope to move 1,000 or 1,000,000 ton block that they
No,
were
man.
moving.
Aliens move that shit, bro.
That's
They
what I'm
cut
thinking.
that shit. Yeah,
They cut that
man.
shit and they had it on
Yeah.
hoverboards or some shit.
Look at their hieroglyphics or whatever the fuck it's called on the walls, man.
That's
It
what
even
I'm
shows
saying.
like spaceships coming down.
Man, one block for the pyramid. The blocks in the pyramid are all different sizes. The blocks on the bottom are the largest. Blocks get smaller as they go up. The
Okay.
size of the bottom blocks of the pyramid, a block, 1.5 meters tall, 1.5 meters wide, and 2.5 meters deep. A block this size would weigh 9.3 tons. So, 8.44 kilograms. That's not right, because that would be. Now I got to do math. It's okay. 8.44 kilograms.
Oh,
Yeah, that's 18 pounds. That's not right.
No, that's not right at all. You said 9 tons?
Yeah.
You
9.
want to know
wait,
what it is in
Please,
pounds or
like,
kilograms?
Yeah,
yeah.
pounds.
Here, I'll tell you.
Well, I'll tell you right now. 9.3 tons.
9.3 tons is one block.
Yeah.
See, I thought they weighed way more than that.
That's a fucking lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot, but 9.3 tons, if you put it on a fucking bunch of logs and you've got 9,000 slaves that the pharaohs had fucking whips to and shit, pulling on ropes, maybe. But I honestly think it was aliens too. 100%.
I don't think you achieve the construction of that thing with just people.
I don't think so, because you gotta, the pitch alone, like, right, the pitch of the pyramids is fucking like this.
Well, that's
Yeah.
20,282 pounds.
Yeah.
20,000, that's how much it is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
Yeah. And they
Like,
were
what's a-
like one of the people said here in our chat is the rocks were moved miles to the pyramid.
That's
Like,
right, too.
Yeah.
They were,
Yeah.
they
Because
were
the
moved
fucking
lots
stone
wild.
that they used wasn't, I don't know, man.
That's,
I don't know.
you're right. They were moved like, I think it was like 100 miles from the quarry that they were cut, or more
Yeah.
than that, honestly. But Google it. What do you got there? The construction of the Egyptian pyramids involves several theories, the most widely accepted being the ramp theory, where
That's what I
massive
found.
stones were
Yeah.
dragged up ramps using sleds.
Give me a break, man. 1,000 fucking pounds. You're
ramp.
pulling up a fucking, you
That's
know
what
what I
it
mean?
says.
Well, that's the bottom one. Don't get me wrong, but they're still fucking heavy
They're
as
saying
shit
they pulled them up with sleds and water to reduce friction.
with
Other
water.
theories include the water shaft theory and the lever method. Scroll down. What's the water shaft theory?
How it works. This theory suggests that stones were transported on floating rafts along the Nile during the flood.
My nutsack, you're not floating a fucking rock. Come
Boulder.
on, bro.
So they built a raft. Yeah, but you gotta build that raft that's gonna float that 20,000 pounds.
How many fucking logs are you tying onto a 20,000 pound?
Well, that would just be
Yeah.
surface area, right? As long as your surface
really,
area is
like-
big enough, it doesn't matter how much
Just
it
to
weighs.
the-
Also, I don't
Just
know
out
how
of
big the
curiosity,
Nile River
yeah.
is. We've only seen rivers over here. that are-
20,000 pounds, man. That's
this big.
fucking.
How much does
know,
it-
Google how wide the Nile is. Let's Google this for surface area. I love having a Googler. This is awesome. No,
I'm with you. We need Alex Jones right now.
Alex.
You know what?
Jones, come
Let's
on.
just fucking bypass all the bullshit. I'm gonna Google his phone number.
Which is a measure. Oh yeah, fucking
measure of internal volume that way?
We all want like
can range from around 20,000 to
20,000 tons.
So, well, all right. So cruise ships are 200,000 tons, but cruise ships aren't a block of fucking stone, Zachary.
Yeah, but
Cruise ships are designed to fucking like float, bro.
there's a lost technology.
Like that's true.
You
Hoverboards
don't
from
know what
aliens.
they really did.
What do you got?
you're out fast.
The Nile River's width varies, but
Like
it gets
4
3.9. Okay, so technically you do have enough fucking this way to build a fucking raft. I guess. I'd
How
have to
big
see
was
it.
it? Say that again.
3.9 kilometers or 2.4 miles wide
Okay.
is the Nile. So technically, you know, you got enough this way to put raft built. I think, I don't know. I imagine that's what they're calling the water whatever theory. Water wheel theory.
What were
A
the
lot
other
of fucking
theories?
logs too.
That's what I'm thinking. There's too many fucking logs. But you're in the desert too, so where are they
The
getting all the
water
fucking
theory.
logs from? Ramp and leather. Yeah. I don't know. So what about, okay, Zachary, take that into account. How do you explain that the Mayan temples are the same exact fucking thing as the Egyptian temples? And they were in the same time period, kind of.
I don't know that you'd have to do it. What with a brand then?
No, I'm just saying, how did they know to line them up like exactly like that? So that's why I think aliens, because aliens popped in here.
Gotta be somebody that traveled back and forth. If not, but there's no way.
Well, they have proof of like Vikings and shit that were
Vikings.
making that. But they did go into like where the pyramids were, right? Up the
Mhm.
rivers and shit. And they did go to South America about that time. But to say that the Vikings carried that kind of knowledge with them to show, they're like, hey, yeah, point your pyramid to the fucking north like the other ones. I don't know.
Well, you know what's crazy too is they had electricity, man.
Are you saying that the temples were electric? That are you in on that one too?
I don't know too
You
much
never
about
heard
it.
No,
Oh,
they're
I can't say too
Yeah,
much, but I
Google it.
do know
They
that
what?
they had like some sort of electricity or some shit like that.
so another thing is that they think that the fucking, why do I call them temples? The pyramids were conductors of electricity built as giant electrodes. There we go. The pyramids, electricity. Just because of the way they were built. Okay. Well, there are theories suggesting the pyramids were recently used for electricity generation or transmission. Because of the place that they were built, that they think that it was either used to either transmit electricity to the aliens, because of they were built on like these fault lines or some shit. I don't remember what they are. Don't quote me, because I only watched it one time while I was real high late at night on the History Channel while that shit was on. But they're built on some sort of spiritual fault line that zips electricity out, and that's why the pyramids were built like that. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
They're like perfect in line. I forget the whole theory about that. I don't know too much, but I just know like bits and pieces. I'm obviously butchering it, but
Yes.
they're all linked around the world. Exactly.
What's
It's
that?
like perfect
alien.
geometric shit or
Ancient
whatever the
aliens
fuck
all the
it
way,
is.
bro.
It's the only one I believe in the most out of all of them right there.
What's that? The ancient
Yeah.
alien theory? Yeah, me too. Plug the
What's
headphone
that?
back in. I can't hear. Zachary was saying how he, out of all the theories, he believes the ancient alien theory the most.
Ancient alien, like the Anunnaki or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Electricity.
And Anunnaki.
Anunnaki. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
So apparently, one theory is this I can't even say the fucking word. I'm too fucking high right now. But so one of them said that a guy came down and they experiment. They're supposed to be know about it. Like they're supposed to be fucking with DNA. See, I can't even speak. DNA. And what it said was he fucked around with their DNA with monkeys or some shit like this. This is one of the theories.
Yes.
And then that's how humans came about.
Yes. So if you believe in the Anunnaki theory, you believe that the humans were actually a race made of slaves. The Anunnaki came down and fucking fucked with monkey DNA, and they made us so that we would mine gold for them because they needed gold or some shit to make their atmosphere work. Something. I think I'm pretty close to what they actually believe, honestly.
I think you sound it's something like that, definitely. And aren't they supposed to come back and fuck shit up or something like that? Or that's what I heard too. Or
yes,
save us.
Something like that.
So in the Anunnaki come back they're on like Planet X, and it's a 10,000 or some odd thousand year orbit or some shit, and they were supposed to come back in 2012. Their planet was supposed to orbit close enough to Earth that they could jump from Earth to Planet X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's supposed to be floating out past Pluto out of this kind of orbit, and not this kind of orbit like everybody else is on. Sorry, I'm real high and I'm getting real hand talky, so don't mind me.
No, you're good.
But I get real nerdy about this shit because I watched a bunch of it. Boy, I used to be into it real hard.
Dude, when I went to rehab, there was this guy, and he came in after me, and he was, we called him One Tooth Dave because he had one tooth in his mouth. He was like a fucking, like sounds super judgy, but he was like the stereotypical bottom of the barrel drug addict. Like, he dropped his meth pipe at the door. Like, he was screaming. He was like this 70-year-old man. Like, he was fucking nuts. And you could not have a conversation with this guy about anything. You would start a normal conversation, and then he would start talking about the Anunnaki, and he'd be like, oh, the Anunnaki came down, and then the fruits, or the animals were eating the fruits so they could get drunk, and the fucking llamas started walking on two legs, and they just like, we're like, what the fuck, man? And then one day we were in class, and we were doing this class on like clinical emotion, let's call it. And we had to write like mission statements, like something that's true to you that you could just like say in one sentence. It's kind of like the thing that I say on our show, like, what's your message to the world in one sentence? So something like that. And I can't remember what the fucking guy said because like, you couldn't have a genuine conversation with this guy. But whatever he said that day in that class, man, it like, we literally stood up and fucking slow clapped this guy in class because it was like the most profound shit that anybody heard come out of this guy's mouth in the fucking 10 days that he was there. He got kicked out after 10 days.
Like a golf clap?
No, like a fucking
stand-up,
like a
standing ovation. Yeah.
Crazy, okay.
And then he got kicked out like 3 days later because he was yelling at the nurses to give him his Suboxone, and he was calling them fucking goofs and everything, and they kicked him out.
Worse. So I never went to inpatient, but I went to outpatient. We had a very similar guy, right, that would come to the groups with us. We didn't call him One Tooth Dave or anything like that, but he was definitely a One Tooth Dave for sure. And he was the one that told me the most profound shit. Like, because I'm a big baby when I get sick. And I was like, for the first couple of days, I was pretty sick, right? But he turned to me and he looked at me and he was like, man, you only have to feel like this once. And that was the most profound shit to me right there. And I fucking broke down and almost started crying. And I'll never forget this cat for the rest of my fucking life, man. But definitely, there's always some One Tooth Dave in every one of those fucking things.
Yeah, definitely.
But that fucker, he really got me through it, I think, because I was looking at him and I was like, oh, you old cocksucker. Of course you had to say something like that and get me like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what man.
So what's your take, Zach? Yeah, you've been kind of quiet about this shit, man. What's your take on this? Yeah, man.
I mean, there's nothing that's really bought my view to go towards that. There's definitely a few things that are a little like definitely a brain tweaker, makes you think about it. But then there's also the other side that you got to think about too, with some of them. I mean,
What about the huge trees being mountains?
Yeah, we just got a message in our chat about the trees in the mountains
yeah.
on
Yeah.
our life.
What is the trees in the mountains?
So it's mountains that they look like
Trees?
they were a tree stump.
Okay, so is that what we really
Like-
think? Oh, wow. Maybe
All
that
right.
is a petrified
Back
tree.
to Google.
What is it?
Yeah, I've
Tree
seen-
mountains?
I've seen them.
We're going to put a picture up
Yeah,
for the
it's,
viewers.
Okay, yeah, do that.
But
Can you do it now?
I can't. We're not going to fuck with it now, just in case,
Okay.
because our
No,
computer's
no,
kind of.
I just want to know because I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, Google
Devil's
it.
Tower is a
Devil's
rock
Tower?
formation.
It
It
looks
is a
like a
volcanic rock.
petrified tree stump.
Devil's Tower in Wyoming.
I mean, maybe. For everybody looking at TikTok live too, go look that up. We're live on TikTok
Oh,
too,
yeah,
guys.
okay.
You know,
Yeah, Claire, we've already been to the firmament end of the conversation with Eric.
yeah, the firmament.
See, I've seen this before. I was looking at some stuff with my fiance, and
This
she
shit's in
actually
Red
saw it
Dead
on.
Redemption too.
She
Yes,
saw it on TikTok, and we were. I believe it was TikTok, but anyway, there's images and stuff that you look at, and a lot of them they really do look like it is a tree stump, and some of them you look at them from the top, and it even still is convincing even from looking at them from the top.
Yeah, zoom
Like,
in on
got
it.
look at them
rings?
from an aerial view.
Yeah, see, it doesn't it look like petrified bark from a giant fucking tree?
It does.
Yeah, it
Actually, I
does.
need to look.
If you look at it, I don't know. You got me there. I like it. So it's a giant tree. Is that the tree that fucking Jack climbed up? No, was Jack the giant? No,
What is
Jack
it?
was a
Devil's what
fucking-
again?
Yeah, look at
Well,
that one, dude.
Devil's Tower.
The top of it looks like a fucking tree stump.
Yeah.
If you zoom in on, we'll put that out there for the listeners too. Oh, I
What's this
stuttered.
one?
Like, is that the top of it?
Yeah, but if you,
Yeah, it shows.
you cut the top of a tree,
Yeah, you get rings.
It looks like rings, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but who cut that fucker is what I want to know.
Giants, bro.
Giants, man. That
How did
turned
they
into
cut it with
mountains.
fucking chainsaws? Giant chainsaws?
that's how they
Giants,
made.
man.
It's how they built the pyramids.
Fucking
Yeah.
giants, bro. The
That's
Nephilim.
crazy, man.
If you believe in flat Earth, let's go a little bit deeper, and you go over the ice wall. That's where the Nephilim live, apparently. The
Yeah.
Nephilim are giants that were in the first part of the Bible, that book of Enoch that was cut out of the Bible. See, you're pulling the nerd out of me right now, motherfuckers.
Ooh.
Here we go. So there was the first part of the Bible that wasn't released. It was the book of something, the book of Enoch, and then the book of something. And apparently Enoch was Noah's grandfather, and he went on the spaceship, and he fucking in detail described being on a spaceship as God and the angels taking him into heaven on a fucking magical boat ride or whatever. You have to read it. I read it once. I was real high, so I don't remember it word for word. But they said they went up in the spaceship and he described it like in detail, and then how he couldn't look at God because it was a glaring light sitting on a chair. It was a big thing.
Kaylee took that picture.
What's that?
Interesting.
Devil's Tower? Kaylee went? Oh, of course she
Yeah.
went.
That's what
Kaylee
I
is
heard.
Zachary's fiance. She's sending us pictures of Devil's Tower right now, how she took it.
She's fully invested in this.
She loves it. She sits out in the living room, listens through the door sometimes. We don't let her in while we're taping. We only let Dylan in this one time so we'd have somebody to yell at. But
I think he's staying now, boys.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to stay. We got to
Yeah.
get him a headset and everything so he can be official. No camera yet. We don't need
If
a
you get
camera.
the laptop, you could be the producer. You can give him access to that.
Oh, I don't know. You'd probably fuck something up.
Yeah, he's
Look at
he's
him.
not on a good start here. So
No, he can't even Google fast enough. Fucking Jamie would have had that on the board like that.
I'm going off of
how many words can you type per minute?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also,
Thank-
That's what you got to ask him.
he's like fat texting it on an iPad
He's
right
like
now with
one of
big
these.
thumbs. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Right there. You got it.
I
The
have
poor
a,
kid.
I have a newer one for you.
Okay.
Have you guys seen this study with the red laser? The red laser theory? Have
No.
you guys seen this yet?
Red laser or
No.
red light?
Look up
What is
red
the
laser
Oh
theory.
yeah, yeah,
Red
yeah.
laser
Where you can
theory.
see code, right?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's been this study done where they give people DMT and then they shine a laser at the wall. And then the people who are on DMT, they all see the same thing in the laser and they see code in the laser. And people say like if you look straight at it, you can see it. But if you look up and down, you can see like the code underneath, like, so you can see it from every perspective, that there's like coding in the wall. And anybody who's done DMT and done this experiment has seen the exact same fucking thing.
We're going to have to Google and see what code they look up, but we can definitely make this happen. I know a guy
Who's doing DMT?
Right here, buddy. Not me though. Not me. I might know a guy that may know a guy
But
that
I've done
will
my
do
fair
it.
share,
but I
man,
won't.
and it's a good time, man. Definitely a good time.
Well, because of technical issues right now, of course, I won't do it.
Fuck, I literally had the guy up on TikTok the other day, the guy who did this study. I had his fucking red laser matrix. What the fuck was his name? It was like Daniel something. I'm gonna find it and I'll send it to you guys. So
But
you
I
guys
mean,
can
like,
get right into it.
Where do you even come up with that? That's like who's coming up with like, hey, let's figure out if this is gonna taste like milk. You know what I mean? Like, how do you come up with that shit?
Because people believe that DMT is AKA the spirit molecule.
Yeah,
is
definitely.
the fucking most amazing thing to happen to humankind ever. Like,
but looking through a fucking laser, like, how do you?
I
you
have
know
no
what
idea.
I mean?
But bro,
That's what I'm saying, man.
I wanna.
You
When I
know?
was like 25, I did DMT one time, and I had the most. I woke up crying. I'm not even lying to you.
Yeah.
I hit it 3 times. Right? They told me to hit it twice, but of course I hit it 3 times because I'm a greedy pig when it comes to shit like that. And by the 3rd hit, I just sat back in my chair, and boom, I was a mermaid for 3 months. I had a mermaid family. I had a mermaid fucking job. I had a mermaid wife for 3 months. I'm telling you the fucking truth, man. And then my buddy like shook me awake, and I was pissed. Like, I'm swinging at this motherfucker because of my mermaid life. I woke up
Fucking
almost crying.
What is it? Ariel over here.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you,
Sebastian.
bro. I wish I was lying. I wish I was. It was the most profound thing I've ever had.
Did you have a crab friend?
No, nope, just mermaid friends.
Okay.
And we
okay.
smoked mermaid fucking late. I couldn't even explain it to you, bro. I couldn't explain it to you.
Smoking mermaid. What?
Fucking mermaid DMT out of a conch shell.
This guy continues to get deeper and deeper into it, like Inception, to the point where he's not even in fucking.
Where's the shell?
You don't know
We have one
reality
here.
or
Yeah.
fuck.
I wish I was lying to you, bro. It was like a 3-month life, all
That's
in the
fucking
course of
wicked.
like fucking a 10-minute trip. And they told me I was out of it for 10 minutes, like laid back like this. Fucking
You had kids? Did you have kids?
no, not at that time. That was before my first kid.
Oh, did you have
I'm
mermaid
saying
kids?
As a
Oh
mermaid.
yeah, I had a whole mermaid family, bro. A mermaid wife, 2 little mermaid kids. They kind of look like my kids, but I think that was fucking dreamception of it. And then it was a whole mermaid family, and they spoke mermaid language. I couldn't tell you how the fuck it probably all gurgles and shit. I have no idea right now. I can't remember.
Did you have a dogfish or
No,
a catfish?
No dogs. Nope, not a one.
Okay. Okay.
No pet mermaids, no mermaid
nope,
pets.
Nope. And I think I had a mermaid job, but I can't recall what it was right now because it's fucking gone.
I got,
I'm sure
I got
that
a
if I-
mind-blowing question.
Hit
I got a
me.
mind-blowing question right now. So, if you're a mermaid, can you have a pet fish? And where would you put it? In a bowl?
Ooh, so it depends on what cartoon we're following right now, right?
But
If
like
you're-
you're underwater. So,
If you're fucking Little Mermaid, you got a flounder
Yeah.
and a crab.
yeah, but like it doesn't go in a bowl, so it's not really your pet. That was her friend.
Yeah, I know. It's more like a dog, you know, it follows you and shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it'd
guess
be
so.
no
It would
different
be
than a dog.
right?
Seahorse. No, they ride seahorses. They're much bigger.
Trying to think about this one, man.
You're thinking too hard on it.
Well, no, I don't think there's. I don't think there's
But would
a.
that be like if you put it in a? Could you put it in a bowl? Because you want one of those fish bowls. You know what I mean? Like that's what you put your fucking pet fish in.
Yeah, but it's not like you put your dog. Well, I guess you put your dog in a cage, but you know what I mean. Like,
I
I
guess.
don't know.
Crate training.
I guess, but why would you put them in a cage? So now if your dog shits in the house, does it float up to the ceiling or does it fall down to the floor if you've got a mermaid house? That's
Or
a
does
good
it just
question.
yeah.
Does
I
it
mean,
just disintegrate? No, definitely not. It must float up to the ceiling, so you got to scoop it off of the ceiling at the end of the
I
day.
guess.
I think so.
My God.
But then you don't put it in bags.
No,
because
definitely
then you're-
not, because
that's-
then you're killing the
that's-
turtles.
Yeah,
you
no, that's
pollute the
straws.
oceans.
What
Wow.
do they have for straws as mermaids, though, is what I really want to know. I should have looked into this
Not
further and paid
plastic,
more
not
attention.
paper ones. I'll tell you that.
No, fucking paper straws. I fucking hate them, dude. You're going to make me go on a fucking rant. We did this the other
Yeah.
day. Do you guys have plastic bags at Walmart?
No, they changed it to fucking
Felt bags or material bags. cloth
either
bags.
that or you can get fucking what is
Garbage. So I got a friend in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They still have fucking plastic bags, and I was
lucky
appalled.
bastard.
That's what I said. Filth with your plastic bags, filth. I want them back. Degenerates. The fucking turtles are dying every day because of you fuckers and your plastic
But your
bags.
fucking garbage bags are still plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Don't even say it, because if they turn the garbage bags to paper,
Oh,
I
we're
don't
all
know.
fucked.
We'll burn
Yeah,
them in the
it's
streets.
niggery.
Yeah,
Burn them in the street. There'll be fucking burn barrels
burn
in every
pits in the-
corner.
Yeah.
Burn pits in our front yard.
It'll
Yeah.
look like fucking Ellenberg down there with a burn barrel in every backyard.
yeah, that, or it'll be like freaking New York City. Everybody be throwing trash out in the streets, way back in the
40s and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, where it's on piles. And,
coming through with a plow and just pushing it out.
yeah, I push it to the barge that fucking dumps it in the harbor.
Yeah,
Yeah. The barge that's got a bulldozer on it, and they bulldoze it out in the middle of the harbor, and it just floats there as a fucking flotsam.
Yeah, so
Wild shit.
I got another thing. You guys know Project Bluebeam?
A little bit.
no, I haven't heard that.
Go break it down for Zachary. He needs it.
It's like a laser that can shoot from, I guess, like a plane. They can mount it on a plane, and it's pretty much what I think what they use for Hawaii. And what I think,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
They make the
And
weather
what-
and shit.
no, Project Bluebeam. It's a blue laser, and
It
what I
was
think
the
they're gonna
Hawaii
do.
fires.
Oh,
Yeah, the Wi-Fi, but it doesn't affect blue, right? Like if lasers don't affect blue, that's why a lot of the houses had blue roofs, blue cars weren't touched. There's umbrellas, but everything else was burnt around them.
Dude, it's so I don't mean to cut you off, Eric,
No,
but
you're good.
the argument's sake is it literally melted asphalt because it got so
Yeah.
hot. The fires got
Hawaii
so
thing?
fucking hot.
that's
But how
what
would
I'm
they get that? You know what I mean? It melted, buddy. It melted aluminum off of cars. They was
That's
running down the streets of aluminum.
I
Yeah,
remember hearing
yeah,
about
you
it.
know.
I just didn't know
Yeah.
that it was
There's
called
no
Project.
fire.
Bluebeam.
Yeah, I
forest
didn't know.
fire,
it was
whatever
called
that's gonna
Project
start that.
Bluebeam.
See, now I thought Project Bluebeam was the one where they had the drones and they were going to make the picture of the aliens in the sky so that all of us fucking
So
bound
there's more
together.
to that. So they made Project Bluebeam, and they're going to apparently do like a hologram of like an alien invasion,
Yep.
because they want to make a one world order, and the only way to bring enemies together is for everybody to have a common enemy, which would be an alien invasion, which then it would unite the world
That's it.
pretty much.
One of the presidents said it in one of his speeches, right? Wasn't it Kennedy or Nixon or something? Said that the only way that you could get us together is if we had a fucking alien invasion.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that's the big one. And Project Bluebeam, go down to it. Unidentified flying objects and Air Force Project Blue Book. Okay. That's what it is. Project Blue Book is the one where they were going to scare us with aliens so that they could one world order us.
No,
Under the
isn't that
UEF.
blue beam? They're gonna use that though. It's like a
do you
beam
got?
that they shoot.
Evaluation report
Speak.
prepared by the University of Colorado entitled Scientific Stadium, 5 flying
Buddy,
objects.
there's
From Florida.
a patent for it. There's a patent for
Wasn't
Project
that-
Bluebeam. You can look it up. It's declassified.
Look up the project or the patent for Project Blue.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. I saw it.
Oh, there's a big chunk of ice in this, and it's delightful. Oh, buddy, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
You're going to get fired. I'm telling you. You. But I believe in that because that WEF shit kind of scared me. Remember when he came out not long ago, that fucking really creepy guy that looked like he was a fucking super villain for every movie? You got it?
Project Bluebeam, a conspiracy theory that suggests a staged alien invasion or false religious events using advanced holographic
Yep. He's got it right there. Google patents, laser beam pattern projector. Yep, there we go. Oh, it won't pull up, will it? Yeah, well,
There's
there it
another
is.
one here. Multi-layered display system for creating 3D effects. So if you go to YouTube right now and you type in holograms in Dubai,
Yep.
but when they build buildings, they do like a reveal and they make all these crazy holograms in the sky and you can see that shit.
Did you see the other thing they're doing in the desert in Dubai right now? I'm sorry now that you
Yeah,
bring that up.
The line.
Yes, isn't that some
Yeah.
wild shit? Have you seen that,
Crazy, man.
Zachary? The
It's
line.
called The
Look
Line.
up. Look up the line, Dylan. In the desert, I think is it in Dubai or is it right outside of Dubai or Saudi
Oh,
Arabia
yes,
or
I've
some
seen
shit?
that.
Saudi Arabia, I think. I could
think
be
it's
wrong.
called the
Saudi
line.
Arabia.
The Line. That's
Saudi
what it's
Arabia
Mhm.
is a proposed linear smart city in Saudi Arabia that aims to house the 9 million people. Did they start
Yeah.
it? That fucking thing is
called. Oh yeah,
wild
they're building
looking.
like crazy, man.
There's a big
The desert is
Yeah.
wild, bro. The amount of fucking money they have
Oil
just
money,
to put
buddy.
into this shit. And
Yeah,
nobody
oil
knows
money.
exactly how much they have. That's how wild it is.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy, man.
when they list the richest people in the world, Forbes, they only
fake, man.
estimate. Well, they can
Yeah,
only
they-
estimate how much they have.
There's
Yeah,
people out there that
roughly,
are
they
richer
say
than that. They're
200
not even on
billion.
the list.
Some of those fucking Saudi Arabian princes, dude, like, are just off of the charts wild.
Yeah.
Like buying white bitches from
Yeah.
every country wild.
Did you guys ever see it was on YouTube, TikTok, all this too? Is here in
There's old
Squamish
Sully.
in BC, this guy saw like a giant on the mountain, and then he tried to go and like drive to it, or no, he drove
Oh, it was
by
a
it or
fucking
whatever.
hole or something in the mountain, the cave.
No, it was like a giant on the top of the mountain, and
I
then
don't
when he
know.
went to go drive there, there was like a security or police almost, but they weren't police, I think, and they like told him to fuck off. He's not allowed to be there. And then the next day he drove by, it wasn't there. And then he posted this video of it, and then he was posting videos where they were showing up to his house. There's cars outside, and then they would be taking off. And eventually, like he made a video saying he lied about this, blah blah blah. But when he was like, he looked under like distress, and he kept on looking over to like one of his sides to make sure that like he's saying what he's supposed to be saying.
Fucking wild. No, I've never seen
Yeah.
that either.
It's just maybe like Google giant on Squamish Mountain, and it'll like
Sleeping
unless if
stones?
they erased that shit,
Oh,
but I don't
sleeping
think
giants.
Giant on Squamish Mountain.
Yeah.
Give it back to
Okay.
her. She was doing good.
so.
Old man of the mountain,
We'll bring you back next time. Don't
New
worry.
Hampshire.
That's the
No,
that's the wrong one.
No.
No, there's
Yeah.
a few of them.
It's giant on Squamish Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Give it back to him if you're going to do that.
You got the iPad?
Yeah, you got the iPad. You have the power now.
for
Giant
coming
on
out.
Squamish Mountain.
Oh, geez.
Guys, we appreciate you guys coming to fucking bullshit with us too. Now that you bring that up,
Yeah.
we love having you guys
Buddy, we
on
love this shit, man.
every chance we can. And I know I speak for Zach too because we talk about you guys fucking
yeah.
nonstop about how much we love having you on the podcast.
Oh yeah, man.
It's for me anyways, it's a lighter conversation than what we're
Yeah.
used to, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys get
definitely.
heavy, and we love that shit
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
We do. But
we gotta
try and
we
stay
got
on the
something
lighter
deep
side of
coming,
things.
man.
Giant
I don't even
on
know
the
how we're gonna
Whistler
go
and
through that.
Squamish
That's gonna be-
landscape.
What do you got
Yeah.
going on? You got anything you want to
We
plug?
gotta-
Tell us what you got going on.
You want to tell us? You want us this time to
No.
talk about the giveaway?
Go for it.
We will be giving away a hoodie worth about $330, $300, something around that.
In Canadian, so like $20 US.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same garment as like Drake has for his clothing line. I think that's correct.
Wicked.
Yeah, right. The same.
Wicked.
And I mean, this is Anthony's baby, but yeah.
And how
so,
can we sign up for it?
So we're still working out the kinks yet. We're just waiting for the hoodies. It's still being made. We got this crazy material that's going to go. It's all like metallic almost. So our logo is going to stand out. It's going to be beautiful. I'm actually buying one myself, and so is Anthony, because they're going to be so nice. But yeah, so we're
Wicked.
going to do a giveaway. You're going to have to follow us. You're going to have to follow Matt Apiro, but I'll let you do that because you know that's your baby. You want to tell them about Matt?
Yeah, so Matt Apparel is a clothing brand, and they're their 10-year plan is to build a treatment facility in Canada for addicts and alcoholics. So 100% of their profits, aside from their running costs, 100% of their profits actually go towards funding the construction of that treatment center. So we're going to be collaborating with them. I'm working on some apparel right now. And then we're going to donate 5% of our sales back to them for their cause. So they align with what we're doing as well. So it's a really great cause. So yeah, we're going to be doing some more work with them. So part of the giveaways is going to be that you have to follow them on Facebook and Instagram. It's just Shop Matt Apparel. And once we get the details of the giveaway worked out, and once we have a physical sweater made, that's when we're going to launch the giveaway, and we'll probably run it for about a month. Doesn't matter where the fuck you are in the world. You want to enter, if you win it, it's going to get shipped to your door free. Don't worry about that. We'll cover the cost of everything. And it's just an appreciation and to help us get out there a little further. So,
and give
Wicked.
back, right? We want to give
Wicked,
back to
guys.
the community, right? So,
Fuck yeah. Anything we can do to help, anything, just let us know. We love that. And that's a cause we can get behind.
thanks,
You
man.
know,
Appreciate that shit.
Being a former addict myself, like I know that sometimes people need help, and treatment centers like that are sometimes hard to get a bed in. And I totally understand that shit. So anytime we can help, especially with causes like that, we're more than willing to get behind it.
Anytime.
Hell yeah, man. And then Anthony's gonna be dropping some clothing too, man. You're working on that too, right? So that's in the works as well. So we'll have a store up.
A video of one of your hoodies the other day.
Oh no, that was just that's just AI generated one, just to throw it up. Like we're pushing it out there because we're gonna do the giveaway, so we're just dropping little Easter eggs here and there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
But
guys.
Anthony's he's got some cool shit coming up here, so I'm excited
to see it.
get all that going too, man. So yeah, we got some good shit in the background. We got some even bigger stuff happening. We're just trying to work out the kinks. So UFC tonight, huh?
Yeah, we're
I
getting
guess
that.
so.
It's been like that all night.
I hit him earlier.
He did. He fucking whacked me earlier. Then he hit me with a piece of. Should have seen this guy, master fucking operator that he is. We didn't even have a hammer. He's trying to beat a fucking flat bar with a piece of white birch just big around. Whacked me in the fucking hand. We had to quit. But we'll teach him. Don't worry. Dad's here. We'll get some tools in his hand and he'll be a better operator for it.
There we go,
There you
man.
go. That's what we're all about here.
How's Peyton going, man?
Not bad, bro. Not bad.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been kind of busy. Yeah,
Good for
I
you,
did
man.
3 or 4 apartments, and that's kind of by myself thing. But Zach and I are actually starting up some business ventures within the next week or two.
Fuck yeah.
We're going into the real estate market too, I think, this week. We've got a lot of
Really?
big shit happening, man. We're kind of
Fuck
excited.
yeah, man. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, we're trying to get up there. Big time operators.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't know where I heard that this week, but that's been my fucking go-to slang.
That's your
Big
motto.
time operators. I love it. I love it.
BTO all the way, buddy. Well, guys, we appreciate you coming out. For all our listeners, fucking check out Raw Minds. We love these guys. As you can tell, we have them on all the fucking time. And I know you guys have outreached your hand, and we definitely think you as part of the Dad Talks family now. And you guys are more than welcome to come back and shoot the shit with us whenever. We love having you.
We love
We'll come up with another fucking wild topic for next time.
Something dumb
dude.
to come to get together about. We love it. We love these reasons to get high.
There's a lot of theories and stuff out there that we could talk about.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah, man.
Oh, you found it. Look at you.
What'd you find?
Yep. You're definitely replaced. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to kick it for tonight. This is Scott from Dad Talks.
And this is Zach.
And we're out. Have a good night.
Thanks, boys.
See you guys. Thank you.